R.A. Shalom. Welcome to GMS Gallows on the Streets. Just doing a quick little vid and saw this article here on my World News app. First of all, I'd like to begin by saying I want to give all praise to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles, the great millstone, who taught me this word. I want to just go do a little quick um, recording on this. This is a new building out there where the World Trade Center was. It's called the World Trade Center Performing Arts Building. And if you notice, if you look at it, it's a square, it's a cube. Okay, now the average person out in the world, they don't know what the hell or why the hell they created it. They constructed this building this way, in this shape. Well, it's heavily Masonic and satanic. Okay, the cube is satanic. It's to commemorate the god Saturn, or Satan. All right, and this is a evil geometric shape, and this is what the Freemasons, the Illuminati, this is what they believe in, they worship. All right, your Catholic, Roman Catholic priests, they have on their lapel or their neck, they'll have a square. It'll be they'll have an all white suit on or something, but it'll be like a white square on their neck that represents Saturn. The the Muslims, right? They make their pilgrimages out to Mecca, and over there they have something called the Kaaba stone, and it's a square, it's a cube. All right, so it's to honor the god Saturn, or Satan. Let me just read this. It says the final building at the World Trade Center site in New York has been revealed. The Performing Arts Center planned for completion in 2020. The Perelman Center will be shaped like a cube and built from translucent marble, containing 3 theaters with movable walls, resulting in a flexible space for dance, theater, and music. Now, if you brothers want, you could go to, I guess this is from The Guardian, and look up the World Trade Center Performing Arts building unveiled in pictures. I want to go to this. All right, this is from a site called Nicholson 1968. Do you see what I see? As you see on top, it says Saturn worship black cube, and you see this demonic figure right here. Okay, all this represents the worship of Satan. And it reads, you might not know it, but the entire world has been worshiping Saturn for thousands of years. The cult has never stopped, and its rites are still present to this day. Saturn, dubbed the Lord of the Rings, and you brothers have heard of that movie, The Lord of the Rings. All right, heavily satanic, illuministic movie, is the reason why we exchange rings at weddings or put halos on the heads of godly people. This article exposes the attributes of the god Saturn and the perpetuation of his cult through pop culture. Since ancient times, sages gazed at the stars, admiring their heavenly glow and attributing them godly powers based on their effect on humans. Before the Great Flood, Saturn was regarded by all mankind as the supreme god and ruler of the kings. Occult researchers affirmed that Saturn ruled the kingdom of Atlantis. So it says Occult researchers affirm that Saturn ruled the kingdom of Atlantis and became the divine ancestor of all earthly patriarchs and kings. The occult has been perpetuated through numerous gods during antiquity. Kronos or Saturn, Dionysus, Hyperion, Atlas, Hercules were all connected with a great Saturnian continent. They were kings that ruled over countries on the western shores of the Mediterranean, Africa, and Spain. It says Baldwin. Prehistoric nations in Egyptian mythology, Isis is considered Saturn's eldest daughter. I am Isis, queen of this country. I was instructed by Mercury. No one can destroy the laws which I have established. I am the eldest daughter of Saturn, most ancient of the gods. All right, so this is all, witchcraft. Now I guess they're going into the cube right here. If you look, it says it shows the snake biting its tail. I believe they call it the Ouroboros. And let me see. It says here. It says resurrected Roman Empire. 9/11 built within 9/11 built within the cube. Saturn worship. Cube worship. 8 points of time and space. It says symbolism of the 8-pointed stars, all the same, just different names throughout history. Star of Ishtar, seal of, it says Melchizedek, etc. All right. United Nations headquarters, meditation prayer room. They show they show a cube right there on the floor. All right. They show a cube inside the hexagram. All right, which the hexagram is a 6-pointed star. That's why we're not supposed to. And nowhere in the scriptures that prove this, that we had this in our tradition. And that's why we shouldn't mess with that. Because it ties in with witchcraft. So they showed they got here the wave, quantum computing cube symbolism for gateway portals. Right here they're showing Pinhead here from Hellraiser. What started in hell will end on earth. Hellraiser, hell on earth, and he's holding a cube, right? In the back, if you notice, above his left shoulder, there's the Twin Towers, man. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much, I'm sure you brothers could find more, I just wanted to, bring that out. I want to bring out a scripture in closing. Micah, all right, the 5th chapter. Micah, the 5th chapter, and let's see. Let's start at the 10th verse. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, that I will cut off thy horses out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots, and I will cut off thy cities of thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds. It's talking about America. And I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Esau soothsayers today that would go into the Illuminati, and their council of 13 and their different councils that they have to give them instructions on what to do, right? It's like the Chaldeans had their magi's. The Chaldees, they were Babylonian witches and warlocks, instructed the king on what to do, counselors to the king on what to do. And it says, and I will cut off thy cities off thy land, and throw down all thy strongholds, and I will cut off witchcrafts out of thine hand, and thou shalt have no more soothsayers. Thy graven images also will I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee. Right, one of those images was Caesar Borgia, Cesare Borgia, um, obelisk stones. Right, they are erected in different parts in America and in the world. Different gods that they have. They have a statue of Baphomet standing somewhere here in America. I forgot. That they just newly put up, and other satanic statues and symbolisms that they got standing in Washington D.C., New York, and these bigger cities of America. Right. It says, thy graven images also would I cut off, and thy standing images out of the midst of thee, and thou shalt no more worship the work of thine hands. And I will pluck up thy groves out of the midst of thee, so will I destroy thy cities. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen. Esau, they're part of the heathen. So the Lord's going to execute his vengeance upon them, such as they have not heard. So it's going to be worse when the Lord come after Esau and the other nations. It's going to be worse than what the Lord did to Pharaoh, Ramses II, and the Egyptians back then when he delivered us from Egypt. All right, so with that, I'm going to say shalom. I hope this was, edifying, and y'all leave your comments below. Subscribe if you didn't subscribe, and hopefully brothers could take this a little further and go even deeper into it, and go a little deeper into it, bring out scriptures on it. All right, so shalom, all praise be to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Shalom, brothers. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Brakathum. Keep pushing.